We're back with album review. So this week we are back with Post Malone. We did beerbongs and bentleys, I think about a year ago now. But this is his third album, Hollywood's Bleeding.
Wait, this is his third.
Yeah,
Stoney was first.
Beerbongs and Bentleys.
He only has.
Hollywood Bleeding.
He has 5 albums
And
currently.
he has, what's the one with the butterfly on
12
it?
Karat Toothache.
And then he's got Austin,
Wait.
the new one
Really?
from
Yeah.
last summer.
So, Jake, do you have any context you'd like to give on this album real quick? Or not really?
Well, there's.
We've already done Posty.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Post.
we know
There's,
Posty.
like,
We know
this
Posty.
album has a lot of heavy hitters.
It really does.
Yeah, I'll say this is like when he started to get a little more poppy compared to like his first 2 albums. He definitely still. It's not that he didn't just do
It
a
wasn't
rap
like
thing.
rap. It was more
Agreed.
like
Yeah.
R&B.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if maybe R&B a
Well,
little, but like
Well, that's kind of what
it was a
does.
little more like hip hop based.
This is more.
This isn't
one's-
starting to transition into a different sound.
Yes.
This is more of his like metal-ish sound,
A
like
little.
rock-ish.
There's like indie stuff in here too. This is
Yeah.
like a
He jumped genres in this
Yeah.
one.
he does more like
expand.
yeah he does a lot more alternative stuff nowadays and indie stuff. But we'll talk about that another day. This album, when it came out, I was obsessed with this album. I'm just gonna get that off
This
my
is a
chest.
really good album. It came,
Like-
wait, it came out in 2019.
Yeah,
Yes.
because this was like my summer
I
album.
thought he
of
had. I
2019.
thought this was his 5th album.
No, this is his 3rd album.
Wow.
But this CD in particular was in my car for weeks when it came out. I was obsessed with this album. But I'll give my final thoughts on that towards the end. But we could just jump into it now.
Oh. Yeah, I remember all these songs.
Yeah.
I just haven't listened to it recently.
Yeah. So the opening track is the title track.
This
And
one is good. I remember.
I get to do
one.
this a lot this episode. It was pretty good live.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I pretty much listened to the album live.
Not all of it, because
Most of it.
Yeah, a lot of the songs that I can say was pretty good live, he did not play when we saw him. Because
Right.
when I saw
Well, he
him, this
played
was
it
the
with
tour.
Yeah, this was the album he was touring for. But
Well, when I went with you guys to see them, he did play
A number
most
of
of these.
songs.
yeah, there's a couple we could talk about. But I love this first track. I think it's really good. I love the change up about halfway through.
Starts off heavy.
Yeah,
Like it starts. It's a heavy hitter on the.
yeah.
I do like the first track.
Oh, cool.
I like the opening track.
I like the first track.
So the next track is Saint Tropez.
I like
Saint
this one a
Tropez.
lot.
Saint Tropez.
Saint Tropez. Okay. Yeah, because there's a Pink Floyd song that has a very similar name.
Yeah.
But I like this track too. I might even like it better than the first track.
I think I do too, yeah.
Well, he starts off. Told you, he starts off usually starts his albums off really heavy hitting
Yeah.
songs. Like,
Also, pretty good live.
fuck you. Shut up.
Did he do this one at our concert too?
No.
No. he
Again,
didn't
this
do
I
was
it.
think I was
more-
waiting for this one.
This
and
was
he didn't.
more of this album tour.
Yeah.
But I do like this track a lot.
Next one's Enemies with the first feature, Da Baby.
Oh yeah.
I
like
actually
this
really
track.
like this one.
I like this track too. Say what you want about the baby. I like his verse on here. Though.
I like his
He's a good
features.
Yeah, he's
I
a good
like the
feature.
baby's features.
And the
usually.
beat suited him well because
Yes.
it was a high tempo
Yeah.
beat.
Yeah.
That's usually how he
Bouncy.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah. Also pretty good live. Minus the baby's
Wait.
part.
No, he did.
He
He
did
played
not.
this at
He
all.
did not play
He did not
Not
play.
Enemies at our concert.
He
Yeah.
didn't?
No.
No.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Oh no! I'm thinking.
I'll let you
of
know when
one.
it's a track that you have. We
yeah,
have
no.
live.
I know he played Circles at
Yeah.
ours.
So
He did take-
I do enjoy
yeah,
this
he
track.
take all that.
Surprisingly, I've always liked this one though. There's a few tracks that which we'll talk about when we get to them, but I like this one.
What is this?
When this song, when I first heard it, I didn't
Oh.
love it. Then it grew
Okay.
on me, and then I kind of grew out of it again.
The
Like
fuck?
Yeah,
I like it, but I tend to skip it sometimes.
I like it still personally.
It's a good song though. It's not
Yeah.
bad.
So what's after Enemies?
I think it's Allergic.
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 Dude,
This is
what the? Yo, this is fucking cool.
this is one of the few like where he starts going for like that alternative indie sound too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this one's decent. I enjoy this one.
This is. This is cool.
Oh,
It's
the
like-
videos.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
a reel.
this was one of the first albums on Spotify that it had like every track had like the little videos in the
yeah,
background.
that
Yeah.
I just clicked that thing. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, Spotify has that feature where it's
Yeah.
kind of like stories. You can
Yeah.
kind of preview each
Yeah,
track.
There's,
that's
uh,
actually pretty cool.
After Allergic is a Thousand Bad Times. I really like this track.
I like this
This
one.
is one of my
I like
favorite
that one.
tracks.
I like this one too. It's good. Oh, also, Allergic was cool live. But 1,000 Bad Times, that's a good track. It's not one of my favorites, but I like it.
I
It has the weird line where he's like saying to that girl, "You needed a ride, but you wanted my car. Without that face, you wouldn't go far." It's like, that's kind of weird, but like,
Yeah.
I do enjoy this track for the most part. It's very fun to listen to.
Next is Circles. This is
This
is like the
banger.
first.
One of the big hits.
This is the first big
Banger.
Big banger off the
It's a
album.
classic Posty song to me. Like, it's
If
one
I'm
of the most
gonna be a
memorable
little
songs.
honest, completely
Oh, no,
honest,
that was one
it's
of the
probably
good.
my least favorite of the big bangers on the album.
Well, this is the first big banger. But
Yeah.
that's like the other
most
one.
Like, I think I know what you're
song.
talking about. Yeah.
Like when it first came out, I was a little with it. I like it still. It's okay. Like it's.
I
Not
think
a
I
bad
know
song.
what you. I get what you mean though. I
Yeah.
do understand that. We'll get to that when we get to the other bangers.
That one was
Yeah.
good live though. We did all see that.
We
one.
did all
That
see
one
that one.
was
Sorry
hard.
for that too.
Sorry, Zach.
Except for Zach.
Die for Me, featuring Future and
Halsey. I like this track.
I like Future's part.
Future's part's decent. I enjoy it.
Future usually has.
He usually has that goofy inflection that he's known for.
I thought it was
and-
okay.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Yeah, Halsey has a good verse. I think.
Wait,
It sounded like a song to me that if it were a Halsey song, it would be a good Halsey song. But I
Yeah.
didn't love her on the song in this context.
I'm not a big
Okay.
Halsey like.
Yeah, me
person,
either.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
okay. She was very much a 2019 artist. If you remember that song Without Me, that was friggin' everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's
No,
like.
this looks like that one.
No, not that Without Me.
So,
Not that Without Me.
hold
Also, Fun Live.
on here. What's this?
What is that? Oh, you
Tandy
really pulled out the peanut butter tandy cake
I
now?
feel good.
Who brought that down here?
I don't know.
What's that? It's pretty much like a.
Oh, of course.
Peanut butter tasty
square.
cake?
Yeah.
It was what was at Eric's party last night.
Oh, okay. I didn't have.
It's a peanut butter square. Meg makes them.
Yeah, they're good.
It's a kind of banging. Hold on.
Good.
But anyway. After that
where
is
we
on the road.
On the road.
Oh,
On the road again. Wrong
yeah.
song.
Featuring Meek Mill
I
and
mean,
Lil
honestly,
Baby.
I like this one.
What?
That's just me though.
Well, you don't like it?
I like this one.
Oh, he doesn't. Okay.
This
No,
one's
I'm
not
fine.
bad. I enjoy it. Meek Mill's verse is alright. Baby. Lil Baby's verse is not bad. I enjoy this one. It's probably one of my lesser favorite tracks. Maybe not my least
I'm
favorite.
not a fan of the features. That's really what it is.
Okay. I enjoy it though. Like it's okay.
This is one of the songs that I didn't initially like when I first heard the album. It wasn't one of the ones that I was going back to and playing a lot. So when I just re-listened to the album now, it was kind of a refresher.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was good, but it wasn't
I don't really
anything
remember
crazy.
this one a whole lot.
Yeah.
No.
It's probably one of the less memorable tracks to be fair.
The
but
next one is probably the biggest
One of the
biggest songs on the album. Biggest.
at least for us.
biggest
I wouldn't
feature.
say it's one of the biggest hits, but it's one of our
It's
personal
Take What
big
You
hits.
Want, featuring Ozzy Osbourne and Travis Scott.
I still can't believe that Post Malone got a feature with Ozzy Osbourne.
This is a good
So,
song.
did
It's
you
a great
say
song too.
when you first seen him live, you thought they were gonna wheel out Ozzy?
I said that as a meme mostly.
Yeah, but that would have been funny if they did.
Yeah, seen this one live. We've all seen this
Yeah.
one too.
He popped Ozzy up on the
On
street.
screen,
Yeah, that was cool.
Well,
He
because
didn't do that
Ozzy,
the first time.
well, Ozzy can. I think he can perform now. But he
We'll
just
talk about that in a
I don't know
minute.
if he's not.
I doubt it.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
to be fair, if
He's
he's,
walking
not,
now.
that's good on him, man. I mean, the fact that he's been doing it for as long as he is,
Yeah.
that he's not dead, is a fucking amazing.
I think
For an Ozzy feature in 2019, it's pretty good.
which
I
was
think it's
funny.
great. I think he
There's-
has a good part.
he
Travis
did it
Scott's
well.
part's not
Yeah.
bad. Like everyone has a good part on this song. I'd say.
There's anytime someone has like a rock feature or something, there's always someone. Yo, who is this guy? They're putting this guy on the map.
Yeah, Posty
It's
put
like-
Ozzy on the map. Like
Oh,
when Kanye put
someone
Paul McCartney
always
on the
says
map.
I
it.
remember the big joke back when the song
Who's this
came out.
Ozzy
it was like,
Osbourne guy? He's on the map, posted doing
bro,
crazy
it's
things.
so great that Post Malone putting these aspiring artists on the map.
He was
And
like
it was
double
just
the
like-
age of him.
And then
if not
Ozzy
triple.
Osbourne was literally snorting cocaine off of your grandmother's titties back in the 60s. Like shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's like Ozzy probably fucked your grandmother.
That's what I'm
back
saying.
in the
Like, what the fuck,
70s.
like, man has
To quote a Posty song,
Man
we'll
already
talk
made
about
his
later, your grandma probably knows me. But we'll get to that later. So what's after Take What You Want?
I think it's I'm Gonna Be.
I like I'm Gonna Be. It's a nice, like, calm before like the next big batch of tracks. It's kind of like a transition track, if anything. I like this one though. It's got a nice sound to it.
Yeah.
I love singing this one in the car. It's a fun song.
Nice mood to it.
Yeah.
It was one of my lesser favorites on the album too.
Understandable.
I just don't love the hook.
Yeah.
It's a little
It's
too simple
I'm
for
gonna
me.
be.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna be what I want, what I want, what I want.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But
Not bad.
what's next?
Staring
at the Sun.
featuring SZA. Or SZA.
I'm not a big fan of this
That's- yeah.
song. The reason is, I've always said this, it feels like a rip-off of the next song.
Next song is
Sunflower.
Sunflower into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that song in a
Slightly.
second, but I don't know.
I
just
like this song.
Staring at the
This
Sun
song-
like
is
it.
just like, eh. But I guess we'll move on to
Well,
Sunflower.
Yeah.
Sunflower is like
It's a
The other
Another
banger.
huge
The other
song.
banger.
generational hit for
This
us. I
one
feel
was
like.
overplayed though when it came out.
It's
for
a
sure.
it's a massive
Yeah.
radio.
But hearing
hit.
it again this morning, after not hearing it for a long time, I was like, damn, this is a good
realize
song.
it.
It's
Yeah.
it's
I was like-
refreshing to hear it again.
Yeah.
It's a summertime song. It's one of those songs that takes me back to 2019. And now I don't really have nostalgia for 2019 yet,
Yeah.
but like it takes me back.
It's the kind of song that when they were making it, they probably already knew, like, well before it was released. Like,
This
this
was
is
They
gonna
knew.
the
They
big one.
knew it was going to be a hit. Which
They
they were
knew.
also making it alongside the Spider-Verse
Movie.
movie, so they knew that they had to make it like
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
special.
and like real poppy and
The sound
Well,
quality.
yeah.
on
Well,
that
Sway Lee's
and
also
mixing.
a pretty poppy rapper for the most part, so
yeah.
Great
Well, they also
sound
made it
quality
for
on the
kids.
song, though.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it was
pretty
amazing.
much-
yeah, this song is also like one of the cleanest songs too. Just
Oh come on,
because-
Zach!
It was shit is so gas.
You brought it out again.
That's hilarious.
This shit is.
Why did
really
you
good.
close it?
So what's next?
What else?
Next is Internet.
This one's okay.
This song, it's only 2 minutes long.
It's like
I
an
wish it
interlude.
was longer because I've heard a version of the song that
Munchie.
is longer and it has a Kanye verse on it.
Oh.
And like, there's so much
Is that
more
like a
potential for
a
this
remix?
song. Kinda, yeah. It's like twice as long, and there's.
I feel like that would
multiple
work
verses.
better. This feels like a song that could do well with Kanye on it.
Yeah,
But like taking it for what it is, I used to like it. Yeah, it's kind of okay.
there's not much replay.
It's kind of him just like
It's okay.
complaining about Instagram models, and that's the reason he stays off the internet. It's like, bro, come on.
Yeah, it's not the meaning behind it's not too deep.
Yeah, it's not that deep of a song.
I feel
As
like
much as he makes it sound
It
like
sounds
it is.
good.
I
It
understand.
sounds
Like, I think Logic had a way better song about staying offline
Yeah,
than Post did, especially in his No Pressure.
yeah,
Like, I'm comparing them because they both have that same like there's a reason I don't fucking look at the internet anymore kind of vibe.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that it's done well. I think you can have better reasons to not want to be online. Like I get that.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
The next track, another huge one though.
Goodbye.
Goodbyes.
featuring Young Thug.
Very good song.
I really like this song.
I think the harmonies on this song, like how they kind of brought in more harmonies on each next time the chorus
Yeah,
came
it
back.
just
sounded
keeps
really
building
good. It
and
was
building
building.
until the very end.
Yeah, I liked that a lot.
But Young Thug has a decent part. Like, I think he does well. I think everyone does good on this song. Another banger for a reason. One of my favorite singles released. So.
Yeah. me too, yeah.
Myself. is
By
not-
Myself was okay.
I like
no,
Myself.
it's myself. Not
Oh,
by
Myself. That's right. Sorry.
Get it right.
I like Myself.
Yeah, Myself is decent. And then next is I Know.
I Know.
This is actually one of my favorite tracks. I like this
Really?
one. I like
That's
this one.
surprising.
This
I do like
is
this
weird. This is another one of my least favorites
Me
personally.
too. Yeah.
I don't know. I like he's just talking shit on this bitch. Like this
Yeah.
bitch must have been evil. Like I don't know.
That's true. The shout out Jonas Brothers line's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. This one's just okay to me.
I like this
The
one.
next one's the big.
The
this
last
was the
track.
single.
Yep, another big single.
Yeah.
Wow.
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 A song I really like, but I wish it was
I like
longer.
this one.
I like wow.
I like Wow.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it needs to be longer.
I feel like
I
an
think it's
extra verse could have made it a little
Yeah.
better.
Unpopular opinion. I don't love this song.
I understand.
From the get go, it never just.
I
hit
can
the
see
spot
why
for
people
me.
don't like it.
And it feels weird where it's placed. Like it feels weird as a final song on the album to me.
That's true.
Because there were
It's
other
just
songs
been
on this
more-
album that felt like they could have gave you a better like send off.
I feel like Myself would have been a
get you
good
thinking
song
type
to
thing.
end
Yeah,
it
like
off
Myself. But I mean, it's a good song for like party mood. You know.
With. It's a good party song. But let's move
Oh,
on
yeah.
to final thoughts. Jake, you can go first.
Final thoughts
Oh,
on the album.
I'm looking at this fucking slide.
Alright,
thing.
fine. I'll go first then. I love this album when I was younger. I still really like it. It's not my favorite Post-E
Younger
album.
in 20. Oh, that has been 5 years.
It's been 5 years.
5 years
yeah.
older than we were when it came out.
I was gonna say younger, but that is indeed 5 years ago. So
I was
yeah,
17
technically-
when this album came out.
Yikes.
Wow.
And I really enjoy I really enjoy this album. There's some songs that I don't like as much as I used to, and I feel like it would start to send him into the path he is nowadays, which is not bad, but it's just not as good as like Beerbongs and Bentleys era to me. So I still enjoy this album. Probably my second favorite Post-E album. Still a lot of good songs on it.
I really like this album.
Yeah. I think, same as you said, though, I think that I enjoyed the album a bit more when it
Beerbongs
first came out than I do
is
now.
probably the
Because
better one.
listening to it 5 years later, you can see like how well it's done with time and like replay value and stuff like that. And I don't know.
Wait,
Some of the songs on there aren't really songs that I would go to nowadays.
Beerbongs and Bentleys, was that a roulette
That
one?
was 2017
No,
or
was
18.
that
Yeah, you're right.
when we picked it, was that a roulette one?
I doubt it.
No,
I
that
think-
was not a
oh,
roulette
I just
one.
picked that one?
You picked that one.
Oh.
You've picked both Post-E albums
I
so
did.
far. So Zach, final thoughts?
No, the wheel did this one. No,
So-
roulette did this one.
Yeah.
This one, yeah.
So, when we reviewed Beerbongs and Bentleys,
Mm-hmm.
I did not like that album. I gave it a 6 out of 10. Everybody else gave it like way higher scores. I
I
think
gave it an
Luke
8.
gave it a 9.
I was surprised
Luke
Luke
gave it a
9.
9.
Luke,
You gave it an 8?
Luke loves albums.
I did give it an 8.
Yeah,
I gave it an 8. I know
Yeah.
that.
Would you just go back and look?
I gave it a 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just looked real quick.
I'm not gonna lie. I like this album way more than Beerbongs
I
and
can see
Bentleys
it.
for some reason. It's a different genre and it's
yeah,
different
it's a lot
sound.
different.
It's nothing like I was just not a fan of Beerbongs and Bentleys like its sound. I just didn't care for the way like his presentation, but this one is completely different. So I actually kind of like this one a little more. I think you guys want to go on the scores?
We'll go to scores. Jake, you can go first. You picked it.
I didn't think of this fucking score. I'm probably gonna give this one like a 7.
7? Okay.
7.5.
7.5?
7.
Okay, 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna match you with that. I'm gonna give it a 7 too.
Yeah, well,
Like, a little less
Beerbongs,
songs I like,
yeah.
but still really good album.
I
I'd
like his
still
other
recommend it.
albums better. This one is like, it was like a switch up almost. For
It
me.
is very
transition
different.
period.
Yeah.
It's a very
But it
works.
transitionary album.
It works.
Yeah,
It's not like where some artists do it. It's like almost kill their career
yeah.
type shit. This made him even bigger. Plus, he put
Definitely.
Ozzy on the map. Like,
Yeah,
no one
yeah.
knew that guy.
Man put Ozzy on the map. Real.
Who wants to go next?
I think I'm gonna give it an 8.
8? Okay.
I like it. There are some skips. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But like, I think the hits really hit. So like,
Definitely.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They're big hits.
I'd probably give it a 7 as well.
7?
It's like
Wow.
in the middle of the range on my Post-E album.
Just wait, we're almost done.
I'd probably rank it towards the middle of Post-E's discography for my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the album and a lot of the songs on there are songs that I will remember for a very long time.
And me personally, like, I'm infamous for not really liking Stoney, so
Okay.
I like this album a lot, though. We'll talk about Stoney another day, because I'm sure it'll come up, but
It will.
I do enjoy this album, and I'm sure all of us do, and I recommend it. We all recommend it, I'm sure.
If you haven't heard it by now, by some chance.
Yeah, it's one of those albums I'm surprised people haven't heard. who
That's
listen
got
to the
White
review.
Iverson on it.
Yeah, Stoney does.
Sony, yeah.
So, Zach, I heard you're picking a band.
I know exactly what he's picking.
Yeah.
I might know what
Can
it
I
is,
give a
too,
hit?
but go
Can I
ahead.
give a hit?
No.
It's from a video
AJ,
game.
do you want to? I know it's. Yeah, I did say it was from a video game. It is a video game soundtrack.
Oh.
Second time
Boy.
one.
AJ,
you know
do you
this
want
one
to
very
take
well.
a guess? Just one guess, real quick, before, and I'll say yes or no.
Is it Call of Duty?
Yeah, it's Call of
I
Duty
know.
Zombie soundtrack.
I fucking.
We're
let's-
doing the Call of Duty Black Ops Zombie soundtrack.
Let's fucking
Okay.
go, bro. This soundtrack.
It's really not that long. It's about 45 minutes long. It's
Okay.
17 songs.
AJ has
Boy,
very
There's a lot of bangers on this. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm excited.
This
for
one
this
is
one.
close to AJ.
Is that the one that has like an Avenged Sevenfold song on it?
No.
Avenged
Which one's
Sevenfold.
that?
did
This
a
is,
single.
This is all original stuff from
yeah,
Treyarch.
Element 115.
Which 115?
That's our
Beauty of
rule.
Annihilation.
That's our rule
like,
for
That
this
one's
is
so
that
good.
For soundtracks, we only do original soundtracks. Yeah, it's got like stuff like that on it.
the
So, tune in next week where we look
Yeah,
at
like the
a heavy hitter.